Okay, my people. Another pick a card, and this week we're going to be looking at twin flame reincarnation. Different than your soulmate, you'll have many soulmates, but we're going to be looking at the twin flame, which can prove to be our most challenging relationships you may or may not have married in previous lifetimes. We're going to be looking at the past life, the obstacles, the challenges, the times, and then we're going to be looking towards your future path, this life. So get ready to choose your card. You have 1, 2, and 3. Choose your card. I'm going to turn the camera off and I'm going to get set up for group 1. Ready, group 1? The black rose. We're going to look at you in your past life. You have the Hierophant and you have the Strength. This is a spiritual practice. You're representing a lot of courage and bravery in this past life. And I'll get to why this is courageous. Your person is represented with the King of Water and the Messenger of Earth. Someone who cared for you very much, loved you very much, and it looks like this person had a trade, a merchant, someone who worked really hard in their field. The energy that brings you together is actually the Magician, the magic and the energy of manifestation. The obstacle that was in your past life was the Dragon's Lair. It is really dangerous. It was a kingdom. People died for their spirituality or for growing spiritual, and that's why, you represent this. The contract between you guys is the Lovers and the Ten of Pentacles. It's to marry, to fall in love, and to build a future together. I should also mention this is medieval times in your past life. That's what that stands for. So now we're going to look at your future. You have the Nine of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Five of Pentacles. It looks like a passionate encounter, and it also looks like someone wasn't ready to share their life. Almost looks like they were preparing to be alone. You have the Moon. This leaves them into a state of confusion about what it is that they want here. And then you have this with the Five of Pentacles. This is they're going to regret this. You have the High Priestess. Communication with the higher self, the inner knowing. And this is followed with communication, the Eight of Wands. And then this is followed with the Ten of Cups. They're going to realize, it looks like, what it is that they're wanting out of this connection and what this connection is supposed to be. And Five of Coins in reverse, they are going to repair their financial situation. It does get better. Let's look at the medicine for this connection. You are having Pachamama show up and you're having the Time Master show up. Pachamama is trying to teach unconditional love through pain. Grounding, reality, imperfections. She's the earth. Everything that you plant in the earth is going to grow. It's going to flourish. Time Master, he's tricky. divine timing. He makes you look back on your path. Encourages you to be in the present moment, to take the opportunities that are there now. He's also telling you you don't have all the time in the world. And then he's telling you at the same time you do. But he's asking for you to, there's an opportunity here, and we don't want the door to close. Okay. The feminine energy is the future. Psychic and spiritual development. The gifts that you worked on in your past life are being brought here. You're born conscious. You're meant to follow that path. You're most likely more spiritual than your partner. Because it looked an awful like you practiced some kind of something that at least would be labeled witchcraft, whether it was or wasn't, just because how people felt about it at that time. And the masculine energy is working on power, standing in their own strength, being a stronger and better person, being true to their own selves, and following their own path, their personal power. They're working on their personal power. A message is bring love into the situation, because it does start off with a passionate encounter. And this works with the eternal child as part of the message here. This is someone who accepts magic. This relationship is all about spiritual growth, learning from each other. They have more to learn from you, possibly. Changing their beliefs, opening up new windows and new doors. So this is really all I have for group 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to turn the camera off and set up for group 2. Group 2. Okay, this side is you, and this is your past life. We'll go over the past life first. 10 of air, messenger, water. You ended this to move on to something better. You guys were not together. Your person. Star and patience. Hope and inspiration to change, because we have the death card that brings the shared energy here. And they needed more time. These changes, they didn't happen in a past life. They needed the time. So they weren't as far along as you. Your shared energy is the death card. That's change and transformation. This person needed to change, to make some changes, but they needed time. The obstacle is actually stuck in the mud. Circumstances, obstacles prevented them from doing the growth that needed to happen, which you moved on. The contract between the two of you for this life is the death card again, and the 3 of hearts. It's agreed to make the changes, to learn the lessons, and to reunite in this life. That's the contract that's going to be fulfilled. Okay, the path. You have the devil, the Empress, the Star again. You have the 8 of Swords. The devil, when you first meet this person, the answer is it's going to be no. There are still some negative cycles here that are playing out, some behavior patterns. It also tells me that there are influence around the situation. It's both internal and external. Here you have the Empress given hope again. It's kind of like you were dropped in the middle of the path to say, this is what you want. This is what you're here for. This is what needs to happen. This was supposed to happen. But you have the Eight of Swords. It's like they're saying, I can't change. I can't make this happen. Things aren't fair. They feel helpless. They feel victim to life. Then you have the Justice. Let's say something needs to be made right in this connection to be fair and balanced and equal. Six of Wands. Victory and success, overcoming some of these challenges. Temperance. Bringing balance and finally finding the definition of what it is to be equal. Star. It ends with the Star. You have the Star 3 times. This person is inspired to change, and they're going to make the changes. But they have to go through all this before they can make the changes. But that's what your person's path is. And now we want to look at the medicine here. Hummingbird, Seer. Hummingbird is happiness. Hummingbird is that finding that like quiet, still place within in the middle of all the chaos and all the drama. Taking a step back. The Seer is going deep within. Looking for that answer, that happiness. Finding that guidance. You have the past. This is the feminine energy. The feminine energy is being called to hear the past, to release the past, forgive. So that something new can come in. The masculine energy right now has got confidence, they're working out some confidence issues. And then you got your message, it's time to take action. So the masculine energy is going to be taking action. And he's going to be coming back to complete that vow. So yes, you're going to marry this person, or there's a strong chance that you will marry this person in this life. And they're going to make the changes. Group 3. First part is going to be your past life. So let's look at you. 7 of Air and 3 of Earth. 7 of Air never wants to conform. Doesn't really want to follow society's rules. 3 of Earth, though, we see, unfortunately, that it looks like family. And you have an obligation that you had to fulfill, whether you wanted to or not. Your person, we actually have the Empress and we have the Queen of Earth. Both of this, the Empress card is the abundance, the fertility. The Queen of Earth is saying this is probably someone who had something to do with land, working the land, farmer, with the Empress, birthing the land, growing crops, something to do with the land. The Hangman comes up in reverse as your shared energy. You guys didn't make it in that lifetime. We missed out on an opportunity here to fall in love. And at the same time, because of that, neither one of you were able to let the other person go. The obstacles were wide open. Is the card we drew, wide open. The freedom to express yourself, to be yourself. It looks like that's an obstacle because you didn't have that freedom to express yourself, to be yourself. Because you had an obligation that you had to fulfill. This person didn't quite fit in with maybe what your family, maybe it's a caste system of some kind. They weren't part of that. The contract here is reunion. Two of Cups. And then you have Three of Pentacles. To come together in this life and harmonize. Create harmony. Okay, let's look at your path for the future, for this life. You have Three of Wands, Seven of Cups, the World, and the Wheel of Fortune. Someone here is looking out ahead. You know, there's lots of options about this path. A little bit of fantasizing, you know, what to choose. Because we want something that brings the world to us. Celebration and the Wheel of Fortune. We are looking for something that brings us a good fortune. You have the Magician, the Seven of Cups again, the Judgment, and the Four of Wands. The Magician is your fairy godmother. It's going to be that breakthrough moment, as this is the choice that you need to be making here. Look at all these lamps. You got to choose one. The Magician is going to tell you which one to choose. This is what you want. Judgment. We need healing and forgiveness in this relationship. Because this relationship is, in the end, is going to lead to the Four of Wands, which is marriage. This is what you manifest. Then we're going to look at medicine. You have Counsel and Crow. Counsel, someone here is seeing signs. Pay attention to the signs. They're all around you. Crow is saying, tell the truth, speak the truth, stand in your truth, be yourself. You didn't get to the last time. Spirit guides are giving you messages. Can you listen to them? Feminine energy brings a creative spark. Really lights up the world. The masculine energy is Zeus leadership. Be the leader of your own life. Follow your own path. You have the freedom to make the choice now. The message is, don't let the past hold you back. Healing and forgiveness. And you have the shadow. With the shadow, everything is being brought to light so that it can be cleared. Both of you. Okay, I hope you enjoyed your reading. You guys have a good night. Bye.